Hey guys, what is going on? It's Jose here, and in today's video I will be showing you how to get started with Windows 10 and, basically turn off some features that are that invade your privacy. Also uses a lot of bandwidth. If you don't, let's say you have a bandwidth cap from your ISP and stuff like that. Basically this video is gonna be pretty controversial right now because right now, if you don't know what Windows 10 is doing, basically Windows 10 is free for everybody, and the reason why it's free is because Microsoft is doing what Google and Apple does. Basically they give you a free service, and what they do is collect all your information that you type, search, look at, and everything that you do on your computer, and basically they give you a advertising ID per computer, and then that ID goes to Microsoft, so then they could sell it to advertising companies, so then they could give you direct advertising. So I'm going to be showing you today how to turn off some features. Now this is not a permanent fix because Microsoft could just really easily just patch it, but I will show you how to do it for now, and also I will show you how I get started with a fresh install. So if you see right now, let me just take out OBS just to don't get you confused. This is a fresh Windows install. I just installed it right now. The only things I installed were my video card drivers, so I could use OBS and OBS, and also I had to install my network interface. So to get started, first of all, if you have a custom PC or a PC build by a PC builder like I buy Power, sorry I just said the mic, Power PC, Puget System, Digital Storm, there's a bunch of them. You might have to do this, and it's because it's a custom build. Basically, once you install Windows for the first time and you have a custom build like that, you're not gonna have internet service. So down here, you're not gonna have this. To find out how to install your internet drivers, you're either gonna have to have the disk that that they gave you for the motherboard, or you're gonna have to look up the brand of your motherboard and go on a different computer, or if you have an Android phone, which is how I did it, go to the website of the manufacturer and download the network drivers. It's complicated. I cannot show you how to do it because each motherboard is different. My motherboard is a Gigabyte gaming motherboard, and it has the Qualcomm Killer NIC. So it is going to be way different than other people. Most motherboards use the Realtek, and if they're gaming, they either going to have the Realtek in the Intel NIC or the Killer NIC. So it's all going to be different. So just to let you guys know, if you do a fresh install, you might not have the internet drivers installed, and you just have to look up your motherboard brand and look up for the drivers. Second of all, as soon as you get internet, like right as soon as you get it, let me actually lower the volume. Right as soon as you get internet, you're gonna want to go to your start menu, settings, update and security. Once you click here on Windows Update, it should be clicked by default. You're gonna have to go to advanced options, and you're gonna do on choose how updates are delivered. Now if you have a bandwidth cap, and or you don't have enough like a fast internet, like right now I pay for a 35 down 6 up, actually 5 up, but I'm getting around 6-7 megabits per second up. You're gonna have to turn this off if you have something like not that fast, because what this option does is basically it will be just like if you were downloading torrents. It will be a P2P. What that means is once you download an update straight from Microsoft, your PC uploads the update to other PCs so other people could download it, and that uses a lot of bandwidth and it slows down your internet. So you're gonna want to turn this off, completely off. So yeah, this is something that really gets a lot of people pissed and know what is going on, and it did get me pissed too, because I noticed a way slow down in my internet connection because of this. Next, so right now it's a fresh install. I have to use this crappy Edge BS. So let's just get all our programs installed and get rid of this Microsoft Edge, which is horrible. They supposedly is better than Chrome, but I don't see it. So the website I use to install all the apps that I use is called midnight.com, and as you can see, it's already here. The reason why I use this is because I could select the programs that I use, and it all comes in one little installer that you don't have to do anything. So I use Chrome. I also use Firefox, Skype. Let's see, nothing else here. Media, I use iTunes just for the QuickTime player. I use VLC. I use Fubar. I use Audacity. That's how I record audio for my other videos. Right now the audio is coming from OBS, so it's not gonna be as good as my other videos, but you know, I wanted to show you what I do for clean install. So Audacity, you could choose this one and this one, but I like using the CCP codecs. I use Spotify, QuickTime. Actually, if I have QuickTime, let me take out iTunes. For runtimes, I just get everything just because a website might require you to have like all this. I usually just install them all. For imaging, I don't do anything with images, so you might want one of these programs, but I don't. For documents, you could get LibreOffice if you don't want to buy Windows Office. It's pretty good, but you should do Google Drive, which is what I use. For security, I like using Avast. It just comes to your preference. This is basically like a free antivirus that you could get. My top two are Avast and AVG, but you know, it's up to you. For file sharing, I don't use none of these. For online storage, I use Google Drive, and that's it. And that's my phone. Sorry about that. For other, I use Steam, and that's pretty much it. For utilities, I use let me see. No, there's none here. For compression, I use 7-zip. And for developer tools, I use FileZilla to access my NAS server. I use Notepad++, the JDK for Java, both the 32-bit and the 64-bit, and that's pretty much it. Once you select every program that you want, you're gonna get installer. It's gonna quickly download it. If this fucking browser, that's it. There it is. And now you just click run, and it's just gonna click yes, and it's gonna download everything. Now I'll be back once this is done downloading, so see you once this is all done downloading. Okay guys, and we're back. So as you can see, everything got installed except QuickTime and .NET Framework. .NET failed because it's Windows 10, so it has a newer version installed. And then QuickTime failed. It looks like Apple hasn't had Windows 10 support, but don't worry, I'll show you how to fix that if you like editing videos like me and stuff like that. So I have Google Chrome open already. By the way, this is a website I use for basically this is the forum I use to learn about, like, you know, Windows and all that stuff. It's basically a tech forum, and if you really want to get into technology and, like, you know, operating system software and stuff like that, I highly recommend this. So for now, while that's downloading, let's get started into the whole privacy part of Windows 10. Right now, if you don't really care about Cortana or the Windows search thing, you're gonna want to go here and go to hidden, and that will free up some space on your taskbar. And next part, for more privacy, what you're gonna want to do is go to settings, go to account, and make a local account. If you did sign in with your email and password, like if you have a Microsoft account, it's probably and you were connected to the internet when you installed Windows 10, it was gonna ask you for a to sign in to your Microsoft account. You could do that, but then as soon as you got into Windows, you're gonna have the option down here to create a offline account or a local account. You're gonna want to do that because that makes it, I will say that it makes it harder for Microsoft to give you that advertising ID, because it's a local account. It's not really an online account. Now, this doesn't mean you're actually safe already from it, you're not actually. They still send information to the servers. Anyways, iTunes is done. Let's get now into privacy part. There were some people that created this, the ultimate Windows tweaker. Pretty cool. It lets you disable some. It lets you do some registry hacks. If you don't know what a registry is, it's basically what Windows is composed of. Basically, everything that you installed, uninstall, everything has a registry, and you could actually edit that registry by going to reg edit on your PC and run it as an administrator. Now, going one piece by one piece actually takes forever because look at the amount of things there are in here. You could do that, and basically tweaking the registry lets your Windows run faster, boot up faster, do a lot of things way faster than what Microsoft intended it to be. It's a pretty cool thing, but people, especially enthusiasts, create tools to do all this stuff. So you're gonna want to download this Ultimate Windows Tweaker because it will let you. It's basically an easy way to modify the registry. There we go. Sorry about that. It's basically, yeah, an easier way to modify the registry for Windows. And also the registry is also where the code is for the whole advertising ID and sending information. So let's open here the Ultimate Windows Tweaker. Close this. Okay, so it's gonna tell you here your system information, like, you know, which version of Windows 10 is on, the rating. I don't know what that is because they took it off from Windows 7. Your CPU, so mine is an Intel Xeon. The version of Windows, like the hardware version, I guess you'll call it, like there's 32-bit and 64-bit. If you have basically an older computer with less than 4 gigs of RAM and a dual core, you're gonna want to have the 32-bit. If you have something higher than 4 gigs and a quad core or higher, you're gonna want to go with 64-bit. I have 16 gigs of RAM, and it tells you the usable amount of it is where everything is to turn off everything that Microsoft does. So we have disable telemetry. This is the thing that sends your data to Microsoft. Turn that off. Disable the biometrics. It says this will disable a type of biometric for this device. I just don't care. I just want to disable everything. Disable and reset advertisement ID. That was what I was telling you earlier. Now Microsoft gives your computer an advertising ID, so then they could sell it off. Disable that. Disable handwriting data. Disable taskbar Bing's web search. Again, this is something I hated on Windows 10. Basically, if I want to look for Chrome, it will only give you one thing on your desktop, and the rest is just bullshit fucking Bing shit. I swear, I hate Bing. You guys can't understand how much I hate it. So it gives you all this useless Bing shit, and then it also gives you useless fucking store shit. I don't care about that. If you do, leave it on. I don't. And I also don't care about Cortana. I hate Cortana too. If you guys like it, it's your choice. I hate both of those things, so I'm turning them off. Disable Windows Update Sharing. That was what I told you earlier, that your PC becomes like a host for the updates and other people download the updates off your PC. You could disable that here too. The feedback request, that's another thing. Most of you, if you weren't in the Insider program, you probably didn't get them. But when I was in the Insider program, every 10 minutes it will be this fucking annoying animation saying, "Oh, wanna help Microsoft blah blah with this Windows thing," and it will make the thing that got me pissed the most is that it will make sound. So, yeah, if you wanna enable it, disable it, you could disable it here. Reveal password thing. That's something. Another thing is a security issue. Windows 10 has this thing that if you type a password, you click this button next to it and it lets you see the password in clear text. That's a big security no-no for me. I'm pretty big into, if you haven't guessed it already, I'm pretty big into internet security and privacy. So a big no-no for me. Disable step recorder. That really doesn't matter because I'm using a desktop. I'm not using something on my pocket. So yeah, disable inventory collector and disable application telemetry. Click apply, and we have all that junk disabled. Now if we search something, it will just be computer stuff. We won't have that bullshit Bing shit. So yeah, that's it with this program. Oh, it's asking me for a restart, so I'm gonna restart my PC and I'll be back in a couple of minutes. Alright guys, and we're back. So as you can see, I just boot up. Steam is actually updating right now. We're done with the privacy part. Now I'm gonna show you all this stuff. I don't know if you guys care about the, I don't even know what Microsoft call it, Metro apps, this junk right here. I don't really care, especially all this Xbox bullshit, movies and TVs and all this stuff. I do not care about it. So what you're gonna search up is PowerShell, the Windows PowerShell. God damn it! Give me a second. My pop filter is moving out of the mic. Oh well, whatever. And you're gonna want to run this as a administrator. Now this is more on the advanced stuff. This is, you're basically gonna have to, I'm gonna give you what the commands for it, but you're gonna, like, you know, this is more text based stuff, more you know, harder to do stuff. So you're gonna want to do get app, wait, you're gonna do get slash app x package, and by the way, you could press tab to switch into it, slash all users. It's gonna give you all the Metro apps that are installed, all them crappy apps. Okay, so I'm guessing that's how you copy paste. Okay, there it is. Okay, so this is gonna start erasing all of them Metro apps, which are annoying, at least for me. They also do get a little bit resource intensive, and what I mean resource intensive, I'm saying that it uses, you know, CPU usage and GPU usage and memory usage in order to display stuff. So as you can see, everything is done. All we have here is the stupid Microsoft Edge and Cortana, which I don't care about this. So can I take it out? Yep. And you too. Now I wish this will go away and it will be the normal size of a Windows start menu, but it isn't. It's Windows 10 and fucking Microsoft. What are we gonna do? Now Windows 10, actually, I don't know if you guys have noticed, but Windows 10 makes it harder. I wouldn't say harder, but it's not as easy as, you know, selecting set my browser as default, stuff like that. So what you're gonna want to do is go to let me see if I can remember, system. Okay, right here. So you're gonna want to go to system, default apps, and you're gonna do so for calendar. I don't really use my Windows PC for my contacts and stuff like that, so I don't really care about this. But then for music player, I actually like full bar, or the Windows music player, the Windows media player. Sorry about that. It's pretty good. I mean, it has been good. It's perfect. It's good because Microsoft hasn't changed it ever since, I think the last version was with XP, so that's good. Photo viewer, I use wow, it took it off. I guess that code took it off, but I use the Windows photo viewer. I guess that code that I used, it took it off. I don't really care. For video player, I use the VLC media player, and for web browser, of course, the Google Chrome. You could just select your apps that you wanted, so it doesn't really matter. You choose what you want, and that's pretty much it, I think, for the whole how to get started, how I get started with Windows 10. And you should probably too get started like this, just because it's safer, and you know. And that was it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I hope you guys enjoyed Windows 10. Now, if you guys did follow this tutorial, let me know. And then I hope you guys enjoyed it too, with all this privacy stuff turned off and having Windows the way it should have been from the beginning. So that was it. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.